Harold here with a little discussion about health and well-being. And in this subject, it's pretty interesting, but I'm going to read something here, and it goes like this. Medical specialization causes people to see the human body as disconnected parts. If your heart is diseased, your lungs may be okay. If your pancreas is under stress, this doesn't mean it involves your thyroid. In fact, eventually each diseased part will come to affect all others of the body. Can we suggest, or can the suggestion be made that before any of the physical parts become diseased, the emotions have been insulted? What I mean by this is that can we view the emotions as a vanguard of physical well-being? Could it be the canary in the coal mine of the body? Is cancer, diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, and the list goes on, so prevalent in modern culture because we have paid so little attention to the first protection? Could the emotions be the scout, so to speak? My point is, the very subtle reality of the emotional state is pretty much ignored. Most people are so engaged in outer appearances that the emotion is shoehorned into the mind's creation of who we are. My observation is that if a person honors their emotional alerts, they may create much more fulfilling and honest life. If their emotional warnings are ignored, for example, to make those around them more comfortable, is this the first bodily insult that can lead to disease? Just as the boxer who has been punched too many times may end up with neurological disorders, is the punch to the emotions that is tolerated and ignored the first opening to cancer? Everyone will eventually age and die. But have we handed our power and autonomy over to others, not only in the medical arena, but also in arenas of life? When we live in the midst of vast populations, constraint is needed to function in some manner of civility. But when that constraint becomes the square hole into which every round peg is hammered, physical disease can result. Add to this the advertising that tells us what it is that is acceptable way to live, experts to whom we are directed to inform us as to what we must do, and one can see that the emotions can take a beating. The emotions can become inconsequential. Pollution from the outside, whether it is noise, chemical, or anything else that the modern world has to offer, can invade the body. What if the first line of defense against physical disease is emotion, a protective cloud that we ignore to our peril? Chemicals can invade the human body and cause irreparable harm. This isn't a sword going through your body, but this is just as harmful. In the same manner, ignoring your subtle emotional well-being can create an opening for the harm to the physical body. And lastly, to own your emotional maturity and beliefs may be your best health insurance policy ever. And that's all I have for this subject. Have a good day. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.